Nambi, you're officially giving us a headache. It's like, yay, Nambi. And then it's like, no, Nambi. Oh. Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anne, and on my channel, I review foreign international content. I like to say we travel around the world, sitting on our couches. You never know which country we're gonna land next. But today, it's Saturday, and if it's Saturday, it's nevertheless. And we are in South Korea, one of our favorites. To my Korean friends joining me, 안녕, 안녕하세요. Thanks for joining us. But today we're going to be reviewing episode 8 of Nevertheless, and whew, I need a pain medicine for my head. It's like, oh my God, she is playing with our hearts. I mean, Lord have mercy. Anyway, in episode 8, we were left off in episode 7, her and Jae-hoon hooking up, kissing, and he is like, are you gonna answer that phone call from Do-hyuk, or should we continue kissing? And I'm letting you know, if we continue kissing, I'm not stopping. So I was just like, Lord, I was like, girl, run. She did. Thank God. I was like, yay, Nambi, you do have some willpower. So she's just like, I shouldn't do this. This is a mistake. So she runs away and bumps into Do-hyuk. She runs into Do-hyuk. How romantic was that? I mean, he had set it up so beautiful. He's got flowers, balloons, I mean, his car. And he's like, I know this is the wrong time because it looks like you just had a moment with Jae-hoon. But I had set this up, we had fireworks, and really, I know it's bad timing, but I'm still gonna say it. I like you. I'm not gonna lie. I like you, and I'm gonna go after you. And at this point, Nambi is just like, I don't even know if I'm seeing clearly. I don't even know who I am at this point. I don't know if I can make any decisions. And she is crying and just a whole lot of mess. And she actually talks about disappointing Do-hyuk because he's like the ultimate boyfriend. I mean, he cooks for her. He's romantic. He is doing all the stops, and he doesn't have eyes for anybody else but her. So she feels like she's disappointing him. She's telling him, I feel like I'm disappointing you. And it's like Do-hyuk is like, almost like, it doesn't matter what you do, I still like you. I'm like, can we just, Nambi, what's the problem here? Like, let's go, girl. This is good. But we all know she still has a thing for Jae-hoon, clearly. And so, anyway, it was nice to see that she goes back to Seoul. And what's interesting was Jae-hoon, he is relentless. He goes and finds Nambi's aunt at the pottery store and says, oh, I know, Nambi, I want to learn some pottery. Can you teach me? So she wakes up and sees his car outside her aunt's house, and she's like, what is he doing here? And then the aunt is like, oh, your friend showed up. He wants to learn how to do pottery, so I'm teaching him. And she's looking at him like, what the H? Why are you here? Like, you can, I'm trying here to be strong, but you keep throwing things at me. And finally they have a discussion, and she's just like, no, this is not good. You can't stay for lunch. Aunt is offering lunch, and she's like, no, now you're like crossing all the lines. And then, so he's like, so you hate me that much? And he's like, well, in that case. So he leaves and goes back to Seoul as well. Nambi is taking the bus back, and oh, Do-hyuk is so sweet. Finds her at the bus station and brings her brownies. And I love that he was just like, it doesn't matter that I know you're mixed up with your emotions or whatever, but I'm just letting you know I'm still going to pursue you. I know you have decisions to make and you have a lot going on in your head, but I'm still pursuing you. Oh, and then he brought her a treat before she takes off. So sweet. I so loved it. So once in Seoul, obviously these two are trying to stay away from each other, but then we forgot that Jae-hoon is supposed to be helping Nambi with her project. So apparently they have to go to the museum. I think it was for research. But oh my gosh, the way he is just looking at her or touching her, like, let's move. Nambi is a mess. Like, she's not even seeing straight. She's got too many things going on in her head. And then the next scene, by obviously coincidence, they couldn't find a model for their class to obviously model for them to do this drawing. And it so happened Jae-hoon was available. He was paid off by pizza, and he comes, and Nambi has to sit there with her friends or just Googling and drawing his body. I mean, look at him. And this whole time he's just staring at Nambi. Like, talk about, I'm just like, girl, oof, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. And then my favorite, Do-hyuk shows up and brings her lunch, fruit. I mean, they're having a picnic lunch. It was so fantastic. One of my favorites. Actually, the other part that I really, really loved, I'm gonna show, was Jae-hoon walking by and seeing them having a picnic. Oh, so satisfying. It was so satisfying. Loved it. This part, right, where Jae-hoon walks by and he's like, oh no, look. I was just like, yes. Competition, okay? Competition. Make up your mind what you want to do. That was so good. Oh, Do-hyuk is so nice. So needless to say, obviously Do-hyuk is doing a good job of convincing Nambi, obviously, you know, how much he likes her. And I'm rooting for them. I mean, I'm just like, I'm rooting for Do-hyuk. I hope it works out. And then obviously, you know, we come all the way to the end, and it seems like Nambi is doing a good job of like, Jae-hoon, you stay over there, right? However, we do get a teed up for episode 9, and it looks like Nambi, oh God, they kind of give us a shot of they may kiss again, and I'm just like, I can't. Girl's gonna have to make up a decision, because it's getting exhausting. Okay, like, I don't know why they haven't had the discussion like, look, Jae-hoon, you have a girlfriend. I can't date you until you clean that up, okay? Or you need to make a decision what you want. Nambi needs to say, we're done. Please don't call me. Don't talk to me in a loving way. Don't touch me. Like when they were in the art museum, I'm just like, girl, how are you ever? Like, why are you not having the discussion? Like, what are we, right? That is the frustrating part about Nambi and Jae-hoon. It's like, stop with the ambiguity and be more straightforward like Do-hyuk is. He's just like, I like you, I'm going after you, you know, here is my cards laid out. Ugh. Anyway, here's to hoping in episode 9 that it gets better, and here's to hoping that Nambi is stronger, because I don't know how much longer we can keep doing this back and forth. Or we need to see more of Jae-hoon, like maybe opening up and letting us know, why are you acting the way you do, and maybe he wants some growth. I thought it was interesting that when they were at the museum, he did kind of mention to her, because when she said, where'd you get the car? And she goes, oh, my mom gave it to me. We're not close, so she bought that for me, because we never get to see each other, almost like a guilt gift. And I felt like, oh, are you opening up about your life? I mean, it's a little bit, but it's like, we need more. Like, nobody knows what you're doing apart from flirting. And then obviously also in episode 9, they're showing him hugging the other girl. That's Jae-hoon, I mean. Ugh, I can't. So something's gonna have to change. But it's getting like, oh, I got a headache, because it's like, we think she's going in the right direction, and then she fails again. Ooh. The struggle, Nambi, the struggle is real. Also, you know, they give us an update on Bitna and Nam Kyug-hyun. I just love how mature he is. Like, look, we can't do this. So she was like, so really, we've broken up? And he goes, yeah, we can't do that. we can try to be friends, which, by the way, that whole idea of we can try to be friends, once you've crossed that line of friends with benefits, I don't know how you can be friends and just be like platonic, because every single time we're with somebody else, it's just gonna be weird. That's why they always say, if you're friends with someone, don't mess up the friendship by sleeping with your friend. Because once you cross that line, good luck being friends again. It just doesn't work. Anyway, she's having a hard time now because she's like, wow, I kind of like that guy. And then her immaturity, right? Like when she's playing the video games and she's talking with that one guy who's got the most beautiful dimples. And she goes, where have you been? I haven't seen you. She goes, well, I was busy with my boyfriend, but I got dumped. He goes, really? Somebody dumped you? And then she goes, yeah, he got all like, clingy and stuff. And then he's like, well, that's what couples do. They date each other, they eat together, they hang around each other. And then she's like, well, I just thought we just kissing and sex. And then the guy was like, is that what you told him? And then she goes, yep. She goes, I can see why you got dumped. She was just like, and then you can tell like maybe a light bulb is starting to come on. Okay, but now you have some growing up to do, but I have a feeling, I have hope on you. I feel like you will get it. And I hope you go back, and I hope he takes you back. But we'll keep watching, keep our fingers crossed for you. But yeah, you got some growing up to do, girl. And these two, wow, I love how their relationship is developing. Young and Yu Jung. Obviously, she's still living with him because she has no place to stay. And I feel like they've almost become like a married couple. They're arguing about the volume on the TV is too high. And she's saying he's too newsy by saying, oh, you had a hard day. It's just the cutest thing. And then he got a kitten and she is so in love with the kitten. I just love their relationship. It'll be interesting to see once like he confesses that he likes her, like if she's gonna, accept it, or is she gonna be like, no? So, but I love how their relationship is developing. Finally, I am so glad they addressed Seoul and Won's relationship. I'm glad they finally talked about it like I thought. I knew she was gay. I knew they were both gay. Finally, Seoul is like, first of all, she was ignoring Won this whole time. Won is like, why aren't you not answering my texts? And what did I do wrong? Remember that night? I don't remember. I was too drunk. Turns out she does remember, but scared, right? So Seoul is like, you can't play with my emotions like that. I can't deal with that because I like you. And then Won is like, I like you too. And then Seoul's like, not just as friends, right? Like, I like you more, right? Like, girlfriend like you. And then Won was like, what? Almost she acted a little bit like she was like, whatever. And then later she's like, look, I like you too, but I am so confused with my emotions. Almost like she's trying to figure out, I guess, about her sexuality. So this will be interesting to see how that ends. The thought came to my mind, like, so like in Korea or South Korea, especially South Korea, I'm thinking in North Korea, this may not be allowed. But in South Korea, are they more accepting of gay couples? Like, or is it something that people know but don't talk about it? I know, like in Africa, people may know, but nobody wants to talk about it. Here in America, people are more free. They can live their life. I mean, it doesn't mean that people are not gonna always judge, but at least people are more free. So it made me wonder, my South Korean friends, maybe you can let us know. Is it more acceptable now for gay people to be okay, or is it still one of those things where we know but we're not going to talk about it? But I just thought, I think as viewers the whole time we all got that vibe that this is not your regular best friend relationship. There was definitely more going on there, and I'm glad they addressed it. So we'll see if Won ends up coming and dating Seoul, or is she still gonna be so confused? But all in all, I thought it was a good episode. I mean, I felt like Nambi was being mature about everything, trying to stay away from Jae-hoon as much as she could. And obviously, when they showed us episode 9, I was like, no, Nambi, no, because it ends them showing us that they may kiss again. And I'm just like, I can't. I can't. I mean, seriously. Anyway, but we still love it. We're gonna keep watching. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Give me a like if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week as I review episode 9. Deuces.